Hi, I'm Alicia. In just a few minutes, you're going to board our tram or tour the movie studio that can last as long as 1 hour.
That's right, an hour.
That's
Because of the length of the tour, we strongly recommend that you use the restrooms here in the tram plaza before you board the tram.
If you need to step out of the queue line, please ask for the assistance of any of our studio tour nurses. Once on board the tram and the gates are closed, for your safety and those working at the studio, please remain inside the tram at all times. All set? Let's go.
During the tour, please keep your arms and all items inside the tram. If you need some kind of guest assistance, for instance, a medical emergency, or you drop something of value off the side of the tram,
oh no!
do not jump off of the tram. This is unsafe for you and those working at the studio. Instead, reach overhead and pull on the red cord that runs down the center of each car. Your guide will be back to assist you as soon as it is safe to do so. Please remain seated and do not exit the tram on your own for any reason. Wait for your guide to provide assistance. We can't emphasize strongly enough how important this is. Remain seated and inside the tram at all times while on the tour. We appreciate your cooperation. Thanks so much and enjoy your visit to the world-famous Universal Studios tour. We'll see you on that call.
All ready to go? Yeah. This is called Universal's tour. That's sooner than the last ride, so I thought you could go. You are very shiny. Thank you.
Thank you. Well, folks, I'm super excited to have you. We're heading out in just a moment.
The studio tour. Hopefully I don't blow up. I'm a bomb, that's why I said that.
I'm so excited. All right, folks, so we've just gotten the okay to head on out. Who started? Let me hear you. Again, well, my name is Emmett. I'll be your tour guide today. And we have
your
amazing
license,
drivers
me either.
Give it up for Jacob, everybody.
Good job, Jacob. Good job.
Yes, Jacob's make sure we get through all 400 acres safely and in style. But of course, Jacob and I can't do the tour by ourselves. We're also joined by our celebrity co-host. You know him from The Tonight Show at his time on SNL. It's Mr. Jimmy Fallon.
Woo! I don't know who that is. Okay.
And then
The greatest guy.
Jacob.
They're the best. I love it. Even though
Emmett.
I know you guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
That's right. Thank you, Jimmy. First, folks, if you need any guest assistance or have a medical emergency, or if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, or have any sound or video issues, please reach out to Copyright Emergency. Our founder, Carl Lemley, on March 15th, 1915, making Universal Studios a Pisces. There he is, tipping his hat to you. He had a dream of making an entire city dedicated to making movies. And while technically we're not a real city, we do have a lot of things that help us operate like one. Like on your right-hand side, our real working fire station. That's Fire Station 51.
Fire station.
Yes, give it up for our firefighters. I love firefighters. So much. Not being on fire.
Good job, fire station. Just don't have me on fire, please.
That help us operate like a city. Our own sheriff station, our own hospital, our own the bad sound stay out. We're in a very noisy environment. On your left-hand side, sound stages. On your right-hand side, Super Nintendo World. We thread a very thin line between theme park and movie studio. So we like to do our best to keep things separate. Now coming up on your left-hand side, there's some white trucks and trailers. This is what we refer to as base camp. Base camp is everything a production needs close by to get their job done that can't fit inside a soundstage. So these trucks and trailers house things like wardrobe, makeup, bathrooms, things like that. This is currently a base camp for a show called Bel Air, which is a dramatic retelling of The Fresh Prince of Bel Air starring Jabari Banks, Ali Charlton, Coco Jones.
We don't care
you
about
can
actors.
view it on our show.
I heard the Jurassic Park.
It just celebrated its anniversary on June 11th, but while the majority of that filming was done on location in Hawaii, they filmed here in our soundstage. Why would they film on Hawaii and in our soundstage? Well, because they filmed some scenes that they needed a little bit more control in our soundstage, and that's what it offers you. There was a scene where the kids are inside of a tree and they get sneezed on that takes place at dawn. And in real life, they filmed on location in Hawaii. Dawn is gone in the flash of an eye, and you can't always know when and where it'll come. But inside of our soundstage, you can make it dawn all day. Make it dawn for 2 days if you wanted to. On our right-hand side, we have, what is it, pop quiz? Yes, more sound stages. Thanks for listening, everybody. These sound stages have been used. Bunches is now on The Traitors season 4. And
Minions.
MJ Rodriguez.
I don't know Minions.
MJ Rodriguez at home. They filmed
hey, it's the bear.
First 2 seasons of the show. Prequel series.
Hey there, Studio Tour. I'm Jared Butler.
I'm Mason Thames.
And I'm Nico Parker.
You know, these bungalows to your left are actually production offices.
Home to some of Hollywood's biggest filmmakers, including Mark Platt, one of the producers of our new live-action movie, How to Train Your Dragon.
Every wave. You might be there right now.
And if you haven't already, be sure to meet the iconic and beloved Toothless over in the plaza.
And see our movie only in theaters now.
But in the meantime, here's a sneak peek. We know that dragon sees you. How to Train Your Dragon, rated PG, in theaters now.
Or
Got
our
little
metro
buildings.
sets. These are our cityscape sets. That just look like any city in the world.
Hey everyone, welcome to New York. I got my start right here in New York on Saturday Night Live. This is actually my old neighborhood. Once got mugged over there. An old woman. Tough lady. This is my favorite hot dog guy. Hey buddy, how's it going? Remember me? No. Just like old times. Gotta love New York City. Hey, I'm walking here! I'm walking here! Hey, it's cool guys. I was just walking there. So it's not exactly New York, but a lot of times when you see New York in the movies, it was shot right here on the Universal Metro sets. If you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. Even if you make it here on the Universal lot.
That's cool.
Now we're rounding on to our New York street, and this seems like something out of your wildest dreams. Just might be. We've had many music videos filmed here, including Taylor Swift's Wildest Dreams music video. This is also the street where they set up the obstacle course for American Ninja Warrior right here on our
They wouldn't
lot.
like me
If
on
I
a
have
city.
any superhero fans,
I'm a bum.
Captain America First Avenger was filmed here, starring Chris Evans. When he's running
I'll
away
be
from the
pretty good
Hydra
superhero
agents
weapon,
to get the
but
super
I don't think I
serum,
wanna be
he ran
used.
down these streets right here. And he's barefoot in that scene, so a little fun fact. He's not actually barefoot. He's wearing shoes that look like his feet.
What?
Now, on your left, now these buildings are super beautiful. They look like they're built out of concrete and stone and brick, but they're not actually. They're mostly built out of plywood, plaster, and foam because they're not real buildings. Most of these are empty. They're what we call facades or shells, looking really pretty on the outside, not a whole lot going on the inside, kind of like me, ooh. But they're built out of fake material, so they look really good on camera. But they don't have to adhere to any sort of building code because nobody lives in these buildings, nobody works in these buildings. They also employ a tactic called
don't have me
an
explode
optical
them.
illusion, forced perspective. The taller these buildings get, the smaller the windows get. It's a little slight difference. If you look a little hard enough, you might notice. That's just so they look more big on our camera. Because we drove through most of our cityscape set. It's not a very big set, not very tall buildings, but the camera doesn't know that. But now, folks, we're leaving the concrete jungle behind and heading to a jungle of a different kind.
You know what cameras don't work, right?
Skull
Yes,
Island
I
from
record
Peter
real time. I
Jackson's
know how
King
cameras
Kong.
work.
And here he is to tell you more.
It's the original King Kong that made me want to do it. It's like, I saw that movie on TV when I was about 8 or 9 years old, and I wanted to become a filmmaker. Action! I like films that just take you away from your real life and sweep you up in the action. Kong literally does that. I mean, you're on board a ship, you're sailing to a lost island, you're encountering monsters and creatures from, prehistoric times.
Dinosaurs.
So I was thrilled when Universal invited me back to Skull Island. And it's great to have you along for the ride. Now we have created this 3D immersive experience, so you're going to have your glasses ready. Don't put them on yet, but just have them in your hand because we're about to return to Skull Island.
Oh.
3D, are we feeling good?
I'm feeling
Is everybody
good.
leaving Skull
I
Island
almost
with everyone we
exploded.
came
I'm
with? Give me a
fine
thumbs
though.
up. Okay, good. I'm seeing lots of thumbs up. That's awesome. My managers don't like to hear that the dinosaurs ate my guests, so I'm glad we're all leaving together. But that was King Kong 360 3D. That is the world's largest 3D attraction. Those screens stand at 40 feet tall and 180 feet wide.
pretty big.
At Weta FX. They're a 7-time Academy Award-winning special effects company based in New Zealand. And they've worked on just about everything. They most recently won an Academy Award for Avatar 2, The Way of Water, but alongside director Peter Jackson, they've also done
Not the cartoon.
Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogies.
With a Project Break Studio tour, the audience is in the middle of the environment. They're looking in all directions. There's creatures coming at them. They're seeing Kong from this side and T-Rexes from the other side.
Working on a movie, we always know where the people are looking. They're looking straight ahead. They're looking at the shot that we're working on.
Here you have to take into account that people are looking in all directions.
Also, one of the things about this ride, unlike the movies that we used to work there's no cuts. Because it's one giant shot. This tram that's driving along through Skull Island is where the camera's from. This ring represents where the screen is 10 meters away. We're really creating about
These screens might be a little glitzy.
That amount of visual information, that number of pixels, representing them to the audience.
Well, folks, you can see there's so much happening on our lot right now, in and out of our Metro sets. But coming up on your right-hand side, we're passing by our monster mural. This is an homage to our Universal monsters done by LA street artist Tristan Eaton, entirely with spray paint. The Universal monsters are what put Universal on the map as a legitimate Hollywood studio in the early days and kept the doors open during the Great Depression. I love this mural. I love seeing Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, Dracula, the Invisible Man. Made you look? Can't see. On your right-hand side, with the Lion Estate signs, Back to the Future is celebrating its 40th anniversary this year. On your left-hand side, we're water called Park Lake or Hollywood's Ocean. It's been used in many different productions: the movie musical Showboat, McHale's Navy, and this creature feature.
Oh no, we're gonna have sharks, aren't we? Oh.
Hollywood's Ocean, along with the next set we're visiting, make a cameo in one of my favorite shows of all time, NBC's The Good Place.
You, Eleanor Shellstrom, are dead.
Oh.
Cool. This location, the afterlife, come on. I have never ever seen this. You're in the good place.
I'm not supposed to be here. I can't risk going to the bad place.
Okay, well, maybe it's not all that bad.
Hi there. How can I help you?
What is the bad place like?
Well, it doesn't sound
Terrible.
awesome.
And while the bad place doesn't sound awesome, Little Europe certainly is. Welcome to our own little slice of Europe here in sunny Southern California. This set was first used in a production in 1927 called Foolish Wives. It was also the backdrop of our first... It was also the backdrop of Rodgers and Hammerstein's movie musical Cinderella, starring Whitney Houston, Bernadette Peters, and Brandy. It also played Paris, France in an episode of Gilmore Girls, and the 2011 movie The Muppets, starring Jason Segel, Amy Adams, Kermit the Frog, and Miss Piggy. How they were able to make Little Europe look even more like Paris, France, they hung a blue screen around the perimeters to key in the Eiffel Tower. Why did they use a blue screen and not a green screen? Well, if they used a green screen, Kermit would disappear. It's not easy being green. If you ever watch behind the scenes features of a movie and you wonder why they use blue or green screens, it's because blue and green are the only two colors not found in any iteration of the human skin tone.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Little Europe also goes back to our Universal monsters. This was where they used to roam.
The monster. He's in the woods. Get out the bloodhounds. Raise all the men you can, lock the women indoors, and wait for me. Are you ready? Take your torches and go!
Oh. Frankenstein is here.
Why don't you shut this?
Now, a lot of people say that the first Universal monster we had was The Hunchback of Notre Dame starring Lon Chaney, even though there's some question between movie critics and fans alike if he was actually a monster. But the first big hit was Dracula, starring Hungarian actor Bela Lugosi, who originated the role on Broadway and then brought it to our movie studio. You have seen this soundstage in many different movies, including Beverly Hills Cop 3, starring Eddie Murphy, and an episode of Bones, starring Emily Deschanel. That is
I don't watch many live actions.
But it's our permanent subway set. But I love bringing guests in here because it shows how many different departments go into making a movie. Please do, folks, keep your arms inside the vehicle at all times, but especially when we're inside buildings. But I love seeing the different departments here. You have the producer, the director, the art director. The art director's job is to make sure all the props look good, all the posters look good. So you can tell we're here in San Francisco. This is currently set for a production called San Francisco Treat, which I believe Deadline said is coming out late 2020. Oh my goodness, okay. Hold on, everyone, hold on. Just a slight tremble, but we're all holding on. We're all remaining seated, and we're all holding on even to your own notebooks. I think it's the big one.
What the heck? What? The world? Ah! Keep hold, keep hold, keep hold. I got this, I got this. Oh no! Ah, there's fire! There's fire! There's fire! Actual fire! Hold on! Hold on! We got this, we got this! Hold on! Hold on! Okay. Bob-omb. Uh-oh, there's a flood! There's a flood! Oh no! Oh no! This is bad! This is really bad! Oh no! Oh no! It's oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! That is bad! Oh, we're out. We made it out alive! That would happen, I exploded! Don't. Huh, that was scary. Whoa. We hold on, and I'm glad we didn't go off. You would go up in flames! Oh no, not the shark. Okay, we can be loud again. I'm not gonna let anymore. Jesus God, Jim. Just get away from our eyes. We're going in there. Here we go. Oh shoot! Oh shoot! Oh. That's a problem. The shark is coming. Where are you? Ah. Oh, hi, shark. Oh. It smells like a barbecue. It does not smell good. Well, that was the shark.
Thank you so much for your patience with the first Quiet Zone. We do have one more, but before we go there, we're going to come to Old Mexico to show you another form of control that filmmakers can have, which is creating weather when there's not that actually happening. So in sunny Southern California, you can't rely on Mother Nature to give you the weather you need when you need it, so you create it. On top of each of these buildings, we have a speaker to give us thunder. Typically, you would add sound in post-production when you edit a film. We have strobe lighting to give us lightning, a little bit hard to see with the sun still out. And of course, what's a thunderstorm without the rain? Now, to make rain on a movie set, we only use the most advanced and secretive technology, a little something called
sprinklers.
a sprinkler system. This little something called gravity. And this way we're able to control who gets what gets what, and for how long we have the water on. As you can see, it's very calculated. Left-hand side, water. Right-hand side, no water. Left-hand side, water. Right-hand side, no water. Left-hand side, water. Yeah, you guys got it. That's awesome. Wait, did you guys say water? What do you guys do? Flash flood. Oh no, look out!
What? Oh my goodness. What do you mean?
And that's our flash flood in action in the movie Big Fat Liar, starring Paul Giamatti, Amanda Bynes, and Franklin Muniz. A great movie to watch after you've taken our tour because they film all over our lot. But there's a chase scene that happens during that movie. And now you know the geography of that chase scene is all incorrect. Movie magic. But now we're saying goodbye to old Mexico and the howdy to the wild, wild west. Welcome to 6 Points, y'all. Called 6 Points because in this set's original configuration, there were 6 different streets all meeting up in a wagon wheel. That helped Universal produce over 200 westerns in 1 year. That's a lot of movies. But those were
especially for 1 year.
Those were the early days of Hollywood. And in the early days of Hollywood, movies looked a little bit different. All those movies were silent films. They were about under 10 minutes long. The reason they were able to churn out so many is because they didn't have to worry about something called sound bleed. When the talkies came, you could hear other sets next to you. But in the silent days of movies, it didn't matter how loud you or your neighbors were being because no sound was being recorded. Whoopi Goldberg. Being an EGOT winner means you've won an Emmy, a Grammy, an Oscar, and a Tony. There are only 19 people in the world who can say they've done that. I'm one of them. Don't Google it. Oh, wow. We're back here to sound stages 32 and 33. I mentioned earlier that they're a happy place. They're not always. Sometimes they've been a scary place, like when filming.
Jurassic Park place.
There's special cars.
Oh, yeah, it's not there. That's so cool. That's the Flintstones.
This is a local run business by a man named Norman Bates and his mother. Also from Alfred Hitchcock's Psycho. Kind of on your left hand side, we have the real Hollywood sign. Nothing is different. Quick grab a photo so you can tell your friends you hiked all the way up. But no, in all seriousness, this is a big year for the studio. 50th anniversary of Jaws, 40th anniversary of Back to the Future, and the 65th anniversary of a little movie called Cyclops. Oh, sorry. Excuse me, sir. This isn't where you catch the tram. You have to go back into the theme park to do that. Oh, no, that's just not any theme park goer.
No.
That's Norman Bates. Everyone acts cool. Hi, Norman. How's it going?
Hi.
What do you
Don't
have?
mind the bomb.
A knife? No,
Oh no.
Please be kind to my friends.
Run!
Oh, okay. Well, maybe I'd be a little bit upset if this was my backyard too. Welcome, folks, to Steven Spielberg's War of the Worlds.
This looks like it got exploded by a bomb. Oh.
Is a perfect example of a set that is all designed around the vision of Steven. He's like them to sit down and talk about War of the World. I thought, what if the 747 goes down right in a big neighborhood? Because
It would take a lot of bombs to make.
You're doing good. Listen to me. Listen, come on, listen. I want you to close your eyes, okay? Now closed.
We're now going to Jupiter's Claims. These are the real sets for the movie, donated to our studio tour by Jordan Peele himself. And here he is, Academy Award winning, Emmy Award winning writer, director, and actor, to tell you more.
Oh, I love this movie.
Movie magic only happens when a team of collaborators, often in the hundreds, work together to take an impossible vision and bring it to life. This is Jupiter's Claim, a nostalgic, small-time Southern California amusement park owned by former child star Ricky Juke Park.
Look, it's a giant balloon.
Over there, look into the winking room and have your picture taken just like the kids in that old 90s movie Kid Share. That's what this whole place is loosely based on. Remember that one? No? Why? A little further down, you can see the brand new Star Lasso experience. Built to showcase an unbelievable new live show. It's not looking so live.
Look, they're like the little guys.
Behind this Hollywood fence. Welcome to the world of no.
Oh. What's happening?
Whatever you do, don't look up.
What do you mean? Oh.
If you haven't seen Jordan Peele's film Nope, it stands for Not of Planet Earth. It's about an alien invasion. The only way to avoid the aliens is not to look up. So if you just looked up, sorry, you're not making it to the sequel. But it's a great movie, highly recommended. Again, it stars Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer. It's kind of grayish wall. We're able to fill this concrete basin with over 2 million gallons of water, helping us to create many different aquatic scenes, including the ending of The Truman Show starring Jim Carrey. This is where Katniss Everdeen, Jennifer Lawrence, rises up in Catching Fire to the Clockwork Cornucopia. This is also where Beyonce, in her music video Formation, is sinking on a cop car, and Falls Lake is home to my favorite thing that is ever filmed at Universal, and that is the SpongeBob SquarePants movie, where SpongeBob and Patrick are riding on the back of David Hasselhoff, filmed right here at Falls Lake. I know, it's moving. I see some people clapping, standing, wiping tears. It's a big deal. Well, folks, thank you so much for joining us here on the world-famous studio tour. We're always so excited to have people visit us. I hope this gives you more appreciation to just how much heart and time and work goes into making your favorite film and television shows a reality. Shout out to our annual pass members. If you're not a pass member, upper lot,
We survived.
So you come back and see us again and
We survived
again.
the tram ride.
Make sure you've downloaded the Universal Studios Hollywood app, where you can see accurate wait times for attractions and shows. See when our next Waterworld show is. That's our live stunt show. Highly recommend. And see if the park closes today at 7 p.m.
I am Bob-omb, I am dancing around. Thankfully, I didn't explode.
We've made it to the end of our tour, you guys. How about
Emmett
and
Jacob?
Weren't they the best?
Yeah.
Before we go, I'd like to sing you a little song I made up. I was just 5 years old. It's called Tramcasting. We had a real good time together. Now the ride is done. We saw some crazy cool stuff, and we had a lot of fun.
Yes.
This tram has made its final stop. Don't be sad and blue, 'cause there's still one more thing that I'd like to say to you. Have a tram-tastic day. Have a tram-tastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright. Come on, have a tram-tastic day.
Have a tram-tastic night.
Just watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright. Just the dads now, and everything will be alright. Just the moms, and everything will be alright. Just Jaws. Okay, have a tram-tastic day. Have a tram-tastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything will be alright. Yeah, thank you for coming to the Universal Tour, everybody. Get home safe.
We will.
Tram-tastic day.
Night.
Have a tram-tastic night. Watch your step as you exit the tram, and everything
It'll be alright.
have a tram-tastic day. Have a
Tactic
tram-tastic
night.
Just watch your step as you exit the tram.
Right. It'll be alright. Everything will be alright.
So folks, have opened.
That was cool.
There'll be a place for
Well, there's this pirate.
What?
Since I've written the word.
Does this stand right here? Did I find the ride? Yeah, I did. So that was the tram ride. Hope you enjoyed.